one of the most dominant centers in the NBA.
There'll never be anybody like Shaquille O'Neal, ever.
A larger-than-life personality, always striving for greatness.
I want to be the best. I want to be the best ever.
A four-time NBA champion who changed the face of the Miami Heat.
It's the first time I saw this city come together like that.
Remember this, I'm going to bring a championship to Miami, I promise.
The Heat have won it! We're NBA champions!
And now, number 32 has been raised to the rafters.
Can you dig it?
And he will also forever live in the Hall of Fame.
That award means something, and it tells you that your career mattered.
Every accolade, every trophy, call big man Butchie Harris and say, we did it.
It's a true honor to be a part of this great fraternity. And hopefully when the father's quizzing his son on great big men of the game, Shaquille O'Neal's name will be in the answer.
Inside the Heat, Shaquille O'Neal.
Hello, Miami. I said hello, Miami. Remember this, I'm going to bring a championship to Miami, I promise.
This is the day that changed everything forever. Welcome to this very special Hall of Fame edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson, here at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. The basketball world has come together to honor one of the most dominant and legendary careers in NBA history. Shaquille O'Neal is a first ballot Hall of Famer. That comes as no surprise to anyone in Heat Nation. When he arrived in Miami in 2004, everything changed. A concept that would have seemed a leap when you consider his very humble basketball beginnings.
I can remember the day that gave me great anxiety was when we left Newark, New Jersey, and we ended up in Wild Flicken, West Germany. It was really here that started a series of events that would help create the character known as Shaq.
In 1981, 9-year-old Shaquille O'Neal would meet the man that would change the direction of his life, his stepfather, Philip Harrison. And it was his career in the military that would take the family overseas, a move a young Shaquille struggled with.
How did that beginning, that space get you ready for the collegiate level?
It prepared me to not everything's going to go easy. Not everything is going to go as planned. However, if you work, anything is possible.
And he did just that while playing at Robert G. Cole High School in San Antonio, Texas.
Shaquille O'Neal has to be the best high school player in the United States.
Shaquille was a force, leading his team to a 68-1 record over 2 years and a state title his senior year. The big fella was on the rise.
I can't believe it!
O'Neal went on to LSU, where he played under head coach Dale Brown.
Every year at LSU, he got better because he had a quest for learning.
And on his quest, O'Neal became a two-time All-American, two-time SEC Player of the Year, and received the Adolph Rupp Trophy in 1991, awarded to the nation's most outstanding player. And after his junior year, the big fella was ready for the next level.
With the first pick in the 1992 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State University.
O'Neal took the league by storm.
O'Neal puts it on the floor and stops and he brought it down.
He was extremely agile, so I was kind of in awe of his ability at his size.
O'Neal went on to win the 1993 Rookie of the Year award and led his team to the 1995 NBA Finals.
What resonates mostly about that time?
It was a time where I learned how to become a professional. It's also a time where you learn the business of basketball.
And in the summer of 1996, he would make the biggest decision of his career, signing with the Los Angeles Lakers.
I was also taught, being raised by a military drill sergeant, that you make a decision and you live with it. So every decision I made was always well thought out and turned out to be the right decision, because at the end of it, when I went to LA, I got 3.
Shaq's journey for 3 began in 1998 by forming the chronicled relationship with Kobe Bryant.
When you throw out the word relationship, a lot of people want it to be like this. And no relationship is like that. However, it's one key word that if you throw in there, it negates everything: respect.
being the captain of the team, he took on the mantle of, we have to win. Now's the time to win.
He just looked ready, and I knew at that time we were going to be a problem.
As a CEO, as the man on the team, I was like, you know what? Jerry West said, I could be up there next to those guys. I gotta win, I gotta win, I gotta win.
And in the 99-2000 season, O'Neal was voted the league's MVP and would lead his team to those 3 consecutive titles. Winning finals MVP in each title run, O'Neal became the centerpiece of a dynasty.
The Los Angeles Lakers have made it 3 straight NBA championships.
He made it possible for them to be that kind of dominant team. He carried on the legacy of dominant big men that's played for the Laker organization.
My motivation was a motivation that was not going to be stopped. I didn't want to be the best. I wanted to be the best ever.
But the big man was not done yet.
Welcome back to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame as we continue this fantastic special edition of Inside the Heat as we look back at the legendary career of former Heat big man Shaquille O'Neal. And you'll recall, Shaq made an impact instantly upon arrival, making the Miami Heat a championship contender. His first big impact, though, was with the fans, when they all came together on the front steps of American Airlines Arena, and he promised to bring a championship to the Heat, changing the city of Miami forever.
It was in Miami where 2 of my favorite people helped me obtain my 4th championship, Pat Riley and D. Wade. But I'd be remiss if I didn't name other key players: James Posey, Jason Williams, Antoine Walker, Hall of Famer Gary Payton. Stand up, Gary. Udonis Haslem, and Hall of Famer Alonzo Mourning.
Shaquille O'Neal would change our franchise, not only locally, but globally.
It is a trade so large and league-changing. Shaquille O'Neal, member of the Miami Heat.
That was our first, mega star. We knew that we had to do something really special.
Shaq rolling up in an 18-wheeler running on diesel power.
There was an instant electricity and excitement around the city.
Hello, Miami. I said hello, Miami.
It's the first time I saw the city come together like that, for basketball.
That was the start of the show, of the Shaq show.
Getting a player of Shaq's stature said everything about where the Heat was heading and that they meant business.
For the first time, people were really looking at us with the expectations of we can truly be a championship contender.
He said it from day one on the steps. He's going to bring a championship.
Remember this? I'm going to bring a championship to Miami, I promise.
His first season in Miami, Shaq averaged nearly 23 points and 10.5 rebounds a game, leading the Heat to the best record in the East with 59 wins.
Miles takes a seat.
But perhaps his biggest contribution was bringing out the best in those around him.
Oh, baby! The Diesel put it in the sky. Wade took care of the rest.
The man is even throwing lobs now.
When Shaq came, he really gave everybody hope that we could become a champion one day.
He gave that team the belief, the bravado, that you felt like you had an opportunity to make a run.
And the Heat did make a run in 2005, all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Unfortunately, though, the team fell in 7 games to the Detroit Pistons.
When you have a failure like that, it only makes you stronger.
The Heat returned to the conference finals in 2006 for a rematch with the Pistons. White-hot Miami set the stage for Game 6.
O'Neal spins the other way. He's unstoppable.
Shaq led the Heat to victory with 26 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 blocks.
For the first time in franchise history, the Miami Heat are going to the NBA Finals.
The Heat lost their first 2 finals games and faced an improbable haul against the Dallas Mavericks.
Just 2 of 27 teams have come back from down 0-2 to win the NBA Finals.
But Shaq and the Heat refused to be on the wrong side of that statistic.
We had a practice the next day. It was like a heated argument practice. Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then D-Wade exploded and everybody else just kicked in. And one game at a time.
That approach worked as the Heat protected home court and won all 3 games in Miami.
Terry, rejected by Shaq. Miami wins again to take a 3-2 lead.
We had a bunch of great players who never quit.
We helped and willed each other to a certain level of dominance to defy the odds.
And the Heat did defy those odds.
The Heat have won it! We're NBA champions! They win their first championship in franchise history.
1, 2, 3,
Miami, I love you, and we will see you soon. We're going to have a parade.
Shaq's winning pedigree led the Heat to its first NBA title and cemented the championship culture that exists here today, 3 championships later.
We would have never got there without Shaquille.
Go, Coach! Yeah!
Players like that are generational players, and I think he really helped cultivate the basketball interest in a football town.
He made it possible for the Heat not only to win its first championship, but also made it a destination team for the teams that would win later.
He's one of the greatest players who've ever played this game, and part of his legacy, part of his history is being here with Miami.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. We're now outside Symphony Hall, the alternative location for enshrinement here in Springfield, Mass, when you have a Shaq-sized class. Speaking of Shaquille O'Neal, the 4-time NBA champion and 15-time NBA All-Star, played a couple more seasons for the Miami Heat before moving on to Phoenix, Cleveland, and ending his 19-year illustrious NBA career in Boston. After retirement, 5 years later, he's about to receive the highest honor anybody associated with basketball can receive, enshrinement into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
It's a true honor to be a part of this great fraternity. At the age of 10, my father said, "Son, if you listen to me," he told me this day would happen. And hopefully when a father's quizzing his son on a great big man of the game, hopefully Shaquille O'Neal's name will be in the answer.
When the actual call happened, Shaquille, what was that feeling inside of you?
For me, it was a great call, but it was also a sad call. I'm programmed since day one, every accolade, every trophy, call big man Butchie Harrison and say, "We did it." I would bring him a trophy, championship trophy, and he'd be like, "All right, see you later, go get me another one." That's just how he was. He never wanted me to be satisfied, but I know this one would have made him crack a big smile and probably would have made him crack a tear.
A few months after the call, Shaquille O'Neal headed to Springfield, Massachusetts for his enshrinement into the Hall of Fame. But before any recognition, he stopped to meet with some of his biggest fans.
I'm from Hong Kong, traveled 8,000 miles just to come to see you again.
Thank you.
I just anticipated what Shaquille always gives you. He gives you kindness, he gives you his time, and he always does a very fine job for his fans.
After signing a few autographs, the enshrinement class of 2016 was announced, and Shaq received the new Hager design orange jacket.
This is Morgan, Michigan State. You like Coach Izzo? You want a picture with him too? All right, come on, Coach.
When you look at how he handles people, I just love being around him. He's a lot of fun to be around.
It's a surreal moment, looking up at all the great pictures. Now we're among those guys, and it's a great feeling.
And finally, the moment was here. September 9th, 2016, Shaquille O'Neal was enshrined into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
To have players and representatives who are among the best in the world. As part of our Miami Heat legacy, we feel very honored and humbled.
It was automatic. He was going to be a Hall of Famer coming out of LSU.
He will go down as top 3 dominant big mans in this league.
Shaq, not only dunked but tore down backboards.
He's one of the most dominant players that I've had the chance to physically watch and compete against.
Big men was basically scared to go up against him because Shaquille knew how to use everything that God blessed him with. His butt, his arms, his legs. I mean, he would put everything on you.
There was no book or scouting report on how to defend Shaq. There couldn't be, because he was too big, too talented, too skilled, too competitive, and too much of a winner.
Welcoming Shaquille O'Neal to the Hall of Fame are Julius Erving, Alonzo Mourning, Bill Russell, and Isaiah Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, Shaquille O'Neal.
He is going to be really humbled when he gets on that stage because that award is significant, it means something, and it tells you that your career mattered to a lot of people.
I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. Even more honored to present him at the Hall of Fame.
Lonzo Mourning, arch nemesis turned great friend. We both entered the league together in 1992. Then in 2006, we joined forces together to win his first and my fourth title for the Miami Heat. Thank you, Zoe. Couldn't have done it without you. My first thank you goes to my beautiful mother, Lucille O'Neal. My first recollection was of you fighting with the bus driver because he refused to believe that a 2-year-old could be this big. My father couldn't be here with us tonight, but I left the seat empty for him. And I know he's watching, and I just want to say thank you. So it's been quite a career, and nowadays what motivates me is applying the life lessons that I learned from my parents so long ago. I learned to be giving, to work hard, but not to take myself too seriously, like sitting in a Buick I knew I couldn't fit in. Yeah, there was like 3 minutes, I was like, I fit.
Shaq is certainly deserving of the Hall of Fame recognition. To win the championships that he's won, the long career, the impact that he really has had on the game, one of the greatest centers of all time, obviously. There's a few guys that come around and you know they're first ballot Hall of Famers, and Shaq is one of those guys.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Being enshrined in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame is the highest honor any basketball player can receive. Shaquille O'Neal is now in the Hall of Fame, and he arrives here as a Hall of Fame person as well, with his larger-than-life personality. Shaquille O'Neal has a passionate fan base due to his amazing success in sports and entertainment.
Overall, I've done my best to be a good role model to the youth and to those who would look up to me. My message to the youth has always been the same. Never give up, work hard, and continue to learn.
First see Shaq and your initial thought is, wow, he's intimidating. I'm afraid of him. But he's one of the most generous and kindest guys that I've ever met.
Coming to a new community down here in South Florida, and he immediately wanted to immerse himself.
Shaq is a larger-than-life guy. There's nobody else in the world that's like him.
He's done well, he's gone back and gotten his education. He's been a great example for our youth. He's shown his versatility, whether it's acting or singing or playing basketball.
Well, give me your best. Let me see your best.
Shaq, away from the game of basketball, is just a fun-loving guy.
Come a chameleon.
Is that Shaquille O'Neal? Is it true that you work out in the middle of the night?
He was a joker and I mean a great personality.
Can you dig it?
He loves having fun. He's a very outgoing guy. He's a guy that brings people together.
Flash.
Shaq came with just this buoyancy, and the guy that was having fun out there in the court. He brought a whole different element to basketball.
I think one of the most special honors players can have is to be recognized by the Hall of Fame. One of the second most special honors is to have your number retired by your team.
The fact that he was so important in pushing us into a realm that we could believe we could do even more, he most deservedly needs to have his jersey hung.
I love you, man. I just want you to know that.
This was so unexpected, but I'm glad I got the call from Pat to just, get to come to Miami and hang out, see good friends, and it's a great honor.
Big fella.
Proud of you, boy. Do your thing.
Congratulations, man.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
This will always be looked at as a championship organization in Miami because of the tone that was set from Shaq as he stepped off the diesel truck.
Shaquille.
He's a great man. He's a great player. We are so honored tonight to be able to do something we wanted to do for a long time. He is so deserving to be up there with Zoe and Tim Hardaway. And we want to raise right now Shaquille O'Neal to the rafters where he belongs at American Airlines Arena.
I want to thank the Harrison family, I want to thank the Heat organization, Pat. I want to thank you guys, the fans. Couldn't have done without you in 2006. So Miami, thank you guys. I love you guys. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Thank you. It's nice to look up and see my jersey up there next to Alonzo and Tim Hardaway. Brought back memories of 2006. Thank you to the Heat fans, and thank you to the guy who made that diesel remote control little car jammy. I can't wait to ride it.
Shaq has it all to himself.
Look at that hustle by Shaquille.
When we're all done, what's going to be the Shaquille O'Neal legacy?
Only thing I want people to say was Shaquille O'Neal was a nice guy. Doesn't matter how many points I scored, how many highlights, none of that is important. As long as people say, hey, I met Shaq, he's a nice guy, well, that's all that matters to me.
I think Shaq's legacy will be as one of the ultimate winners in this league, ever.
He was one of the greatest basketball players or one of the greatest centers that ever played this game.
He was one of those types of players. Everywhere he went, people expected good things to happen, and it was because of his presence.
He was big, he was a force, and he wasn't ashamed or afraid to throw that around and to be who he is.
I think his legacy will live on as being the last that dominated the paint.
There'll never be anybody like Shaquille O'Neal, ever. It won't even be even close.
His real legacy will be of love, charity, discipline, and humor. He's got it all.
Shaquille O'Neal is now an analyst on Inside the NBA, and when he's not on TV, he's still on TV as a very successful pitchman for a plethora of products. His work in the community continues as well, especially with the Boys and Girls Club of America. Thank you so very much for sharing in this special moment as Shaquille's accomplishments and achievements come full circle from the day that Pat Riley now calls the most important transaction in Heat history to this fantastic enshrinement. And that, in part, is why Shaquille's 32 will wave in the rafters of American Airlines Arena for eternity. Thank you so very much for enjoying this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson.